Frieren, Beyond Journey's End begins at a point where most stories usually end. The Demon King has already been defeated, and the hero party has completed their journey. This group includes Frieren, an elven mage, along with Himmel the hero, Hater the priest, and Eisen the warrior. After their victory, they return home and eventually go their separate ways. At first, everything seems peaceful, but there's one important detail that changes everything. Frieren is not human. As an elf, she lives for hundreds of years, which means she experiences time very differently from her companions. For Frieren, the 10 years she spent traveling with them feels short, almost insignificant. But for Himmel and the others, those 10 years were a lifetime. And that difference is where the story truly begins. Because while they were living their lives to the fullest, Frieren thought she still had time. More time to understand them, more time to know them. But she didn't realize, time doesn't wait the same way for everyone. Because Frieren experiences time differently, she never saw a reason to hold on to moments. During their journey, she traveled with her companions, fought alongside them, and shared countless experiences. But to her, those moments didn't feel rare. They didn't feel limited. They were just part of a long life she believed would continue forever. And because of that, Frieren never tried to understand the people around her on a deeper level. Not because she didn't care, but because she didn't realize she needed to. To Frieren, there was always going to be another chance, another conversation, another moment. But for humans, moments don't repeat themselves. They pass. And once they're gone, they don't come back. This is the gap between Frieren and her companions. A gap not of distance, but of time. As time continued to pass, Frieren carried on with her life as usual. For her, nothing really changed, but for everyone else, everything did. Her companions began to grow older, slowly at first, then more noticeably with each passing year. Himmel, who once stood as a strong and confident hero, started to age. His movements became slower, his appearance changed, and the time he had left began to run out. But Frieren remained exactly the same, unchanged, watching time move forward for others, while it barely moved for her. And for the first time, that difference started to become visible, not just in years, but in what she was beginning to lose. Because while Frieren believed there was always more time, time had already started taking everything away. Eventually, the time Frieren never paid attention to caught up with her. Himmel, the hero who once stood beside her, was gone. At his funeral, Frieren stood there, surrounded by people who mourned him deeply, people who understood who he was, people who shared moments with him that truly mattered. And in that moment, Frieren realized something she had never considered before. She didn't really know him. Despite spending years together, traveling the same path, fighting the same battles, she had never taken the time to truly understand him. Not his thoughts, not his feelings, not the weight of the life he lived. And for the first time, Frieren felt regret, not because Himmel had died, but because she had the chance to know him and never took it. All those years, all those moments, and now, there was no time left. After Himmel's death, Frieren began to see time differently. For the first time, she understood something she had ignored for so long. Time isn't the same for everyone. What feels short to her could mean everything to someone else. And the moments she once thought she could revisit were already gone. That realization changed her, not all at once, but enough to make her take a step forward. Frieren chose to walk the journey again, but this time, her purpose was different. She wasn't seeking adventure. She wasn't chasing victory. She was searching for understanding, to learn what she missed, and maybe to make sure that this time, she wouldn't let those moments pass her by.